Kerbals program, where I believe I was going to try and launch the Scoops Ahoy and land a base on Minimus. Well, I say base. Enough to complete a contract anyway. Right. Well, let's try her out. Send guidance on. 100 kilometer orbit. Current inclination, actually just 0 is fine. No inclination. Classic. Looks good. Engage and hello there, WA. 3, 2, 1, plus. How are you enjoying the new internet? Let me know what the quality of the stream is like, by the way. Again, I've been tinkering with the settings in an attempt to stop it stuttering or pixelating. But at this stage I'm thinking about just restarting Streamlabs completely and letting it rerun the automatic thing. Note an odd number of 648. What do you mean? Where? Oh, that's weird. Should be in 720p. That's very strange. I love the cupola module. That's really weird. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to completely restart Streamlabs, completely erase all the settings and start again. Because it looks fine on my end, but I can see it's dropping frames. No, that's absolutely fine. It should still be unchoosable quality, as far as I'm aware. That's good. Right, that's us up into orbit. Let's head out to Minimus. We need the maneuver planner. Armor transfer to target. Go. Good. But the maximum one's 648. That's really weird. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's got the wrong setting on it. Well, that was my own silly fault, I think. I must have selected the wrong thing in the drop down menu when I was doing that. It's weird trying to pin down the problem as well. I genuinely don't know enough about streaming software to determine what is the problem. Okay. That ain't right. Right, let's do a fine-tune closest approach. 20 clicks. Go. Looks good. That's alright then. Yeah, no, it makes an absolutely colossal difference having decent internet. When I first moved to where I currently live, the internet was genuinely dreadful. Well, it was usable, but not for much. Like, it would struggle watching a single thing on, say, iPlayer or Netflix or whatever. Yeah, because we were on an exchange-only line, it took absolutely forever for them to upgrade it. But they did, and now it's very, very good, especially for a rural internet. I still wish ISPs gave you the option of just saying, look, I just want a modem. I'll provide my own router. Because, yeah, I have a few... It's an okay router, but it's not perfect by any means. And the configuration software is a bit naff. Right, let's change the periapsis to 20 after 60 seconds. Go. Oh, that's interesting. For me, it's not the Wi-Fi speed, and the computer I'm on right now is connected by a cable. Right, let's change the inclination to 0. That's very good. 10 to 14. I think I'm on about. I think it's rated at 10, but here, but I get about 8 typically. Megabits per second. I mean, up. Down, I think it's 25. But that's the maximum it can do. That is weird. It's probably the way the antennas are set up on the router that it's doing that. Right, let's circularize at the next periapsis. Because there'll be, if you're so close to it, then you're not in the overlapping region between the if it's a multi-antenna setup in the router, which most of them are now. But no, signal's alright. Wi-Fi signal's alright in my house. It's not great because it's an old house and it has thick walls and stuff, but yeah, I would love to have just a modem and I get my own router. Okay, it's a good orbit. Alright, where should we put this base? How about right? Wait, where's Kerbal? That side. Okay. I can't remember if Minimus is tide locked or not. No, it's not. In that case, we just need the day side to be in the right place. Woo! Okay. It's getting a bit better now. Now we just need somewhere that's, you know, landable. Ah, perfect. Right. Landing guidance up. Pick a target. Right there. Land at target, please. hate the automatic landing guidance sometimes. Does not look safe at all. Okay, beginning final descent. That is weird. That might be a power issue if it's working better in one of the USB slots than the others. As in, one of them might be a high power USB and one of them, the others might be lower. And we're down. Contract complete. Return tourists to their destination. And there we go. We have completed to build a surface outpost on Minimus. There we are. Right, let's is it rename vessel? It's now a base. And what a base. Because look at this. Can sit in the cupola module and just look up. How cool is that? Lovely. Now the problem is, of course, we have a couple of tourists on board who we need to go and recover. Very neat. Thank you. The solar panels look way too small. I don't know, what's our energy budget like? I mean, they're producing a reasonable amount. They produce the same as the 1x6. They're just flatter and smaller looking. I did check that the power requirements were enough. We can switch the lights on. Oh yes, look at that. Switch the lights off. Yeah, where are these tourists? What did they want to do? Land on Minimus? Oh, tourists may not disembark. Okay, fine. Kerbal, go plant a flag for us, will you? I'll go and take a screenshot in a sec then. Woo! Lights on. There we go. We'll get the Kerbal flag in there as well. Oh shit! I forgot that did things. Land again, please. Yeah, the screenshot buttons activate things. I forgot to press. It's just F12, isn't it? I'm so used to Ultima Admiral, I was like, just press the buttons. Now let's retract the ladder before we break it. It's fine. We're just moving the base a bit. Yeah, yeah, they can retract the ladder, and then they're all, like, safe. The next thing to do is to build a way of recovering the Kerbals. Because I think this thing could probably make orbit by itself, but I kind of want to leave it as a base. It is a mobile base, as you can see. And yeah, I'd really like to build a kind of ferry system, something that can come down, land next to the base here, pick up Kerbals, and then return them to Kerbin. Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. That's an excellent point. Damn. Well, there is one way. We do have here a docking port, basically. Like, we can use this. Which means we're going to have to build a ship to go and get them. Which means this thing needs to go back into orbit. Great. I think we have just enough fuel for that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, so that's the plan. We'll get them in orbit, and then we'll build a ship to go and get the crew off, basically. Although, yeah, I don't think we have enough fuel to reorbit Kerbin. Or at least not a good orbit. So we're going to repurpose this thing. We're going to open the airlock. And then we're going to go back to the Space Center. Yeah, much safer to leave in orbit here. So let's see now. That had the cupola and... Oh, hold on, I'll bring up the actual ship. So the Scoops Ahoy, where is it? Had a crew capacity of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we're going to need a new ship. Do I have the... Let's check the Science Center. Imagining it, was there a... I'm sure there was a cabin that could take 5. A pod, I mean. Because there was the 1-3. I thought there was a bigger one. Maybe I'm imagining it. The Mark III cockpit takes 4. That would be 3. No. That would give me 5. If I go for this, that's 6. Do it kind of like a double shape like that. Yeah, I could do. Could do. Yeah, they're pretty tough. I'm going to stick a radial controller on so that we have... I'm going to stick it on this side actually. No, this side will do. Just so that we have the ability to control the damn thing. Okay, and then we're going to need fuel. And an engine. A little one. Maybe the... no, not the spark. That's 1,000 meters per second of delta V there. Like a little bit more than that if I can manage it. Let's go for the heat shield like this. Go with stack separator, and then we're going to need this, and then we're going to need a way of docking the damn thing. Let's get our own inflatable airlock and stick it on the top. And we're going to need power. Yep, yeah, I know, yeah, all these things, attitude adjustment, braking, parachutes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't gone insane. Alright, radial. Let's go with a quad radial parachute. Like so. And then just trying to think. Attitude adjustment and braking. Yeah, that's fair. That's very, very true. Command and control. Let's go with these. Should give us plenty. And then maybe the Wolfhound. It's a pretty decent engine. 1129. And we go for one step up from that. Yeah, 2000. That'll be plenty. And then we need power. Can maybe stick a couple of batteries on just for giggles. We can also put those down there. We can also stick on some 1x6 solars. Rather odd center of mass. Yeah, probably. And then we're going to want some RCS fuel. Nope. Well, it will work if I move them. Oh, hello there, Viper. Thank you very much for the bits. Very kind of you. This is 100% not ideal. Have me on mute. Oh, I thought you... Well, it's one way of watching the stream, I guess. I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I love Kerbal. I love Kerbal. Yeah, this is a really weird ship. Okay, that should be enough. You can yell at me if I've forgotten anything really important. Fuel. Let's go for the big one. Where is it? Stripey Jumbo. Let's go for a Jumbo and a half. With mainsail's probably excessive. Oh no, it's not actually. Okay, we'll go with the mainsail then. And the obligatory fins. Nothing obscures the hatch or dock? No, it doesn't. Oh, well, not once the fairing's deployed, anyway. And it will just go up. So basically, this is career mode with a few adjustments, just for purposes of streaming to get rid of the grinding. And I also have permadeath on, and I cannot revert either. And other than that, it's got all the standard physics. Well, yeah, it's got all the standard physics settings on it, basically. Okay. What are... Do they have integrated decouplers? Okay. Stick those right up at the top then. That's all good. No, quick save is disabled. Cannot quick save either. So the mistake I made was I just successfully got a excuse me, a base down on Minimus, but I hadn't realised that I needed to get them back, and I need to send a ship. I can't just to dock with them. I can't just send a regular ferry ship, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we're going with this, and it's going to be uncrewed. Right. This is the ferryman. Right, save, launch. Carpathia. I'll rename it on the pad. Yeah, so if I make a mistake like I did in the last Kerbal Space Program stream, where I killed 7 tourists on re-entry, that's it. Oh, sorry, I have to wait until I'm in orbit. I will rename it, don't worry. Right. I am allowed MechJeb though, but that's in career mode MechJeb, so you have to unlock everything. So we've landed on the moon, we've landed on Minimus. But we haven't done anything beyond that. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, because the tech tree doesn't let you get the uncrewed parts until right at the end, I've lost quite a few Kerbals. And they are dead. Just dead. Yeah, exactly. Let's hope she gets there in time. Jeb is dead. I'm so sorry, he was the first one to die. Jeb is dead. Valentina is dead. I'll show you the memorial wall when we get back. And then, yeah, we had another Kerbal. So we lost 3 pilots. And yeah, all those tourists. What do you mean it was uncalled for? Jeb. Oh, Jeb. That was the early days of the program. We haven't lost any actual Kerbonauts for quite some time. Apart from the tourist incident. But they don't count. And they paid their money. They knew the risks. I'm not sure they did. So we're all right in terms of science and cash, but our reputation has taken a bit of a hit. Just a teeny hit, teeny tiny one. Right, let's get rid of the fairing. There you go. Now it's the Carpathia. I don't think this thing has enough fuel. I thought I designed it with loads of fuel. Well, let's bring up the maneuver planner and see what we're looking at. No, does not have enough fuel. Right. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Well, we'll leave the Carpathia where she is, and we'll go back to the Space Center, and we'll try that again. Shh. Yeah, here are our lost Kerbals. Jebediah just died in the very first flight, basically, that he did. Valentina died on re-entry on her first flight. Oh no, on her second flight, sorry. And then we have Tamford Kerman, who did a lot of stuff, did really, really well, and then I killed her by being stupid. Yes, unexpected litho breaking. Right, we're gonna need more on the old ferryman here. One option, of course, is just to get rid of these rubbish engines, and let's find... Nope. No. Must be one in between those. Oh, it's not doing my size anymore. That's fine. This one. There you go. Can't go wrong with nuclear. Am I right? No, Tammy, no! She had such promise. She really did. She was an excellent Kerbal. Tell me I don't have enough Delta V. I'll show you. Go. Let's be ultra sneaky and do this. And then we need... these ones, and then... There we go. Lovely. Like so. And then like so. There we go. That should be enough. Nuclear! Yes, nuclear. If in doubt, use nuclear engines. Sort the staging out. Right, that should be plenty. These are not solid rocket boosters, my friend. These are liquid boosters. Liquid fuel boosters. Perfectly sensible thing to add. Onion staged, no less. Right. Let's go. Well, if it's a nuclear engine, it won't be on uranium-238. It'll be on plutonium-239. No, it just uses effectively an RTG, basically. It just uses some hot nuclear stuff to accelerate gas, like to heat the gas up, and then fire it through the nozzle. That's it. That's all it does. It just uses radioisotope to generate the heat, rather than what's it been called? A chemical reaction. Alright, let's go. Hello there, Onion. This is an Onion stage rocket for you. How about that? So the liquid boosters are just conventional chemical rockets, as is the main stage here, and then we have a nuclear stage at the top. Yeah, the Martian, yeah, he uses an RTG to keep himself warm. Yep, like a fart. I mean, technically a chemical rocket is more like a fart, particularly as you can actually power them by methane. But yeah, it just uses the heat from radioactive decay to accelerate... Oh, there go the boosters. To accelerate the... thank you very much for the bits, Sonia. To accelerate the gas out the back of the rocket. Which is awesome, because you don't need to carry oxidizer with you. And they have a very, very, very high efficiency in vacuum. So they're great for deep space probes and stuff like that. Well, they're great for in-space operations, but they absolutely suck. You wouldn't use them on anything that's designed to work in an atmosphere. See, that's more like it. We'll be able to get 2 Minimus on the main stage, and then we'll have loads of fuel to rendezvous and get our people back. And I really have to hope that I haven't completely fudged up the re-entry lander. Bruner is something that we're going to try and do soonish. We have all the techs we need. I'm going to start building the rocket for it, but I kind of want to get the contract to plant a flag on Bruner, but I can't get that until I get my reputation back up. So mostly just going to the moon and Minimus and trying silly things and mucking about. And it's all big dumb rockets. I haven't installed any space infrastructure, which is something I'm going to have to do. I don't have a communication satellite network up yet. I don't have planetary scanners up yet, or any of that stuff. So that's all still to do. Okay. Set Minimus as our target. Go. That's alright, Viper. Yeah, I was on a bit late today because I was trying to get my my little co-host to bed. But no, absolutely. I'll be streaming tomorrow in the afternoon, my time, but not in the evening. And then next evening stream is Sunday night. Yes, I am aware of this, tell Pewee, that there are calls for a satellite network in a space station. Tell you what, we'll rescue these fine fellows, and then we'll get on that next week. How about that? See you Sunday. Awesome. It's a Vorian on Sunday. Have I been losing Kerbals again? Not since last week. When I lost 7 tourists in a minor whoops. Oh look, it's like a little happy man with his arms up. Yep, 7 tourists. There was a slight issue with the re-entry, and the rocket tilted over, and then there was a loss of structural integrity, 2 of the tourists survived, but 7 were killed. But more importantly, our Kerbal was fine. Oh, is this a flipping loss of control bollocks again? There we go. Oh, I didn't put an antenna on this thing, did I? That might be an issue. That might be a really big issue. Yep, people in first class made it home. Nope. Steerage, not so much. Very not so much. I think I might have made a boo-boo with this one. Good job I didn't put a Kerbal in it. Well, actually, no. If I put a Kerbal in it, it would have been fine. But I have a suspicion that when I warp out to all the way over here... Yeah, no control. So I can add a maneuver, but it'll just go right past. Okay. Well, that was stupid of me. Back to the Space Center. Grumble, grumble. So we're going to have to... I don't want to send a Kerbal to go and get them. We completed a contract. Which one? Oh, the Sentinel telescope picked up some more comets. Good, good. Our reputation is approaching positive again, which is good. What are we missing tech-wise? Nothing super important. Might be time to get those comsats up then. Or we could go for a Mark III. Let's go for a Mark III. And if that's that, that's that. Just need to stick an antenna on it. If I lose probe control at some point, then sod it. As long as it's not a key moment, he says, hopefully. Slap it on there. Okay. Actually, before I forget, I'll just I'll scrap the 2 that I launched by accident. Not by accident. The Mark 1 and 2. Let's go. Attempt. Third time's the charm, eh? Right. Oh shit, it put crew in it. No. No, no. Check the buttons. Try and make the snacks last. Hey, Kerbals have infinite snacks. Kerbals can't die through starvation or lack of oxygen or any of those things. I'm not playing with any of those mods on. Up we go. Yeah, don't worry, it'll all be fine. I've had some minor technical issues. Up, up, up and away. Do, 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 do. Okay, booster separation coming up. And separate. Lovely. By the time got there to rescue the 6 of them, there are only 5, but they look well fed. Yeah, there are only 5 of them, so I do have a spare seat in case I need to send a Kerbal to go and get them. I'm just loath to do that because it means both of my pilots being on the same vessel. So if I lose it, the space program is well and truly stuffed. Alright, circularization should be completed momentarily. Let's go. I'm just keeping an eye on the whether I have control or not. I'm noticing it goes in and out, which is very worrying. Okay. Third time's the charm, eh? Let's see, what are our chances of this actually working? 1 in 10? At least we're not losing any Kerbals doing this, right? Find you can closest approach. 50. Go. Ooh, get bought. Why doesn't it? Ah, I see. That one? Prograde. Need to give it a little bit of a boost. Remove all nodes. There we go. It's better. Come on, out we go. Okay, the signal strength is not dropping dramatically, which is good. Still 100%. Outstanding. Right. Let's walk to the Minimus Encounter. Still getting Common access. This is very, very good. Okay. Change periapsis to 50 kilometers in 60 seconds time. Please go. Might have to fix the inclination as well. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. "30 seconds time. Change the inclination to 0, please. Lovely. Good, good. And then circularize at the periapsis. Go. Hello there, Von Michael. How you doing this evening? I know you've been earlier in the chat. I've just been really bad to say hello. Let's get into an orbit. Then we can begin the tricky second stage of the operation. So, keep distracted. What's been distracting you? It's not been me for once. But fine. Good. Fine is good. Can deal with fine. Going to be out of control when we need to do the burn, aren't we? Yep. Alright, let's disengage. Re-engage. And do this at the ascending node instead of the descending node. Car failed your MOT. Oh, well, that sucks. Except with trains. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gee. What? Damn, that's a lot of things going wrong. So what was wrong with the car, and what was wrong with the computer? Hey, silver linings, eh? Where are you planning on doing that? Nope, nope, disengage. That's not going to work. Because, again, I was trying to do it on the wrong side. Okay. Nope. Let's go around again. Ah, that works. Although, yeah, that works. That one works. Oh, saw us from the office chair. Well, I went to the beach with Millie today. Car is simple. Perish corroded wiring in the tailgate. For the rear license plate lighting. That really fails an MOT? That the rear license plate light doesn't work? Jesus. I know with your desktop you're having trouble with the M2. Yeah, I got her an ice cream. There's a place on the beach, Stonehaven, that sells doggy ice cream. And regular human ice cream, but... I hate rendezvous when you have to wait until you get probe control again. There. You've got it. You've got it. There it is. There's the target. Yeah, lucky Millie. She's conked out and farting and snoring at the moment. Outstanding. Right, now the next stage. Okay, trying to flash the BIOS. Hello there, Kencho. Yeah, pretty much. Although I do have a slight knowledge of astrophysics, I'm a complete klutz and do stupid things like not reading their contracts properly. Or not realizing that tourists can't EVA, or other things like this. I really shouldn't be doing this in the dark. How you doing, Kejo? No, it sucks with your M2 drive, Volmical. They can be tricksy. Oh. Mm. Mm. Boom. There we go. Right, let's go around to the day side so I can see what I'm doing. Get some light on the subject. There we go. Alright. Time to transfer crew. Now, how the hell do you do that? Is it right-clicking on the crew hatch? Yeah. Transfer crew. One. 2. 3. 1. And then... Okay. Everybody is now aboard the ferryman here. Which means should be able to detach. Close the airlock. There we go. Okay. It's pretty much the entire series what not to do. Right. Let's bring the maneuver planner up. What? Return from a moon. Let's go for a 30-kilometer. Go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't do this, don't do that. I've got permadeath on, so if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I can't reload a save. I can't revert the flight. That's it. Boom. So all my mistakes are permanent. So this thing with its DTS M1 is able to communicate back to Kerbal from Minimus, just not when it's behind Minimus. That's the only limitation. But I do need to get a communications satellite network up, because when you're near Kerbal, it can get pretty annoying. So I basically just need some satellites going around so you can always connect to one of them. You can do it with just 3. Just so they can all connect to each other. I probably will leave the lander, yeah. We can always send someone back to it to re-establish the base. But for the moment, I'm just going to recover everyone. We can always go back to it whenever we need to. Right. Periapsis 92. Okay, change periapsis after 50 to 30, please. Create and execute. And then I'd quite like to build a space station of some sort, because that's always fun. Not that's really necessary in any way, shape or form. But it is nice to do. periapsis 29. I'll do. Right. Here's space junk us. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's in orbit around Minimus. It's not junk, it's just mothballed. Okay. Okay. Now let's just hope we don't have the same mistake as last time. What's first mining? Oh, we performed a rendezvous. First station around Minimus. Wow, we got lots of stuff for that. We should do that around Kerbal and the Moon as well. I didn't realise that was the world's first to do all that. Yeah, exactly. Huh? Oh yeah, okay, you did detach it. Good. No, I don't like that. That's all. Shit. It's fine. It's also fine. Didn't need those bits. Yeah. Yeah, the ESA stuff. It's pretty cool. No, Kerbal's a really cool game. Planned explosion, that's right. Well, I can't retract those panels, so the solar panels, so I knew they were going to explode, but the thing that was stuck on the bottom was annoying me, so I'm glad that exploded. We didn't. It was unbalancing the ship. Good job we put the RCS on the actual re-entry vehicle. Otherwise we would have had the same problem as last week. I'm actually nervous. I'm jiggling my leg and everything. Yeah, exactly, that it blew up without damaging the heat shield. Fortunately, the heat shield is pretty tough. No, there are parachutes. There they are. Yeah. Now I remembered the parachutes this time. And I didn't forget that I added parachutes. Panic, think that I didn't, and then abandon the mission. Which did happen once. Yeah, exactly. And you did remind me, Delpy. Thank you very much. Looks like we're going to have a hard landing. Oh, I still had the ability to revert flights, and I panicked on re-entry because I thought I didn't have parachutes, but I did, and I had to do the mission all over again. No, a hard landing is one on land because it goes bump, and I did not put soft landing thrusters on this. But it will land on the heat shield. And down. There we go. Recover the vessel. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's helped our reputation. We're now up to -39. That is good because we have completed this contract. And this one, and this one. Okay, so let's have a look. What are our active contracts? Plant a flag on the moon. And they want us to park 2 vessels around Kerbal. Ferry a VIP. He wants to land on the moon. Okay. Solar... No. Just no. I'll take the planter flag on Minimus because we'll probably be going back to Minimus at some point. We'll take this one because we already have a Sentinel telescope up. Launch rover to the moon. Oh no, we've got a rescue. We'll do the rescue. That's good. I love the rescue ones. Lodfoot. Snack supplies are starting to run a little low. Absolutely, we'll do that one. Yeah, we'll do this one next. We have some cash. We've got 8 million, so I'll do that just now. Let's see, we have Frorod, Enuki, and Nasta. And Danfried. Wow, Danfried is amazing. Welcome award. And I'm also going to upgrade the tracking station, which I think is now fully upgraded. Yeah. third pilot, such opulence. Well, I think it's a good idea. Just because, yeah, I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, next Kerbal stream, we will be trying to rescue. Oh yeah, I need to clear out that space debris at some point. Where is he? Oh, Lofert's shipwreck. He's here. Doing goodness knows what, but that's where he is. So we need to get out there and rescue him. I might do the ship. No, I'll do the ship build next week. That'll be next week's stream. Yeah, definitely. Because I am quite tired, so I think I'm going to head to bed. Thank you all very much for joining me. It's been a really fun one. And, oh, why the hell's that on there? I don't know what that is. Let's go away. So yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. Tomorrow I will be playing in the afternoon, my time. I'm probably just gonna be doing some Warhammer painting. There's no evening stream again until Sunday, which is Ovorian. Check out my YouTube though, and if you're watching this on YouTube, then come check out Twitch. Link in the description. And as well, I have a Patreon. I really, really appreciate any support I get through Patreon, because that's just massive. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope to see you again. And good night.